share it. You can only do them just once, except for the sharing, when you are sharing to different platforms. So thank you very much for joining me. And as much as sometimes it is so discouraging, but still, for those of us that keep turning up, so you are the MVPs. Yeah, you are the reasons why I can still pretty much like keep coming back. Thank you very much, everyone. Now, like I said, right, share the broadcast, which is the first thing you do before you settle down. And let me know if the audio is perfect as well. If you can hear me loud and clear, because I've been trying to like stay away from the microphone as much as possible to work on the audio. Right, thank you. Now, in the last 48 hours, and then, of course, the last 24 hours. So in the news, it's been about the recklessness of Dangote trucks drivers that I will be referring to as Dangote truckers. For those of you who are very much familiar with, the what is believed to be a disastrous recklessness of some of these truck drivers in Nigeria, not just Dangote's truck, but Dangote's trucks have been in the news mostly, where the crashes or accidents have become so rampant enough that people actually have profiles of the victims. I did my own research too, and I was like, why is this not even like a national, sort of like a national emergency or a national problem? When you begin to read the gory stories, sad stories of so many Nigerians who have, become the victims, permanently disabled by the accidents that they got involved in, and most of the time people blame the trucker drivers. So, in the last 24 hours, VeryDarkMan has been in the news again. He's from Edo State, you know that. So he returned back to Benin. I think that was 2 nights ago. And yesterday, they were on the street where the young people, and I have actually really covered few of this kind of stories coming from Edo State. So from my own research, right, as much as there is no reliable data to document all of these accidents, but I kind of rolled it back to the last 10 years. And based on the pieces of information available on the social media, especially from the victims, their family, friends who have shared the stories, and some media reports where some of the cases actually ended up in court before they got compensated. So in the process, I found that despite this lack of reliable data to document all of it, a few ones that we could pick up on the internet shows that over 800 Nigerians have died due to the accident that involved Dangote trucks, while over 1,300 others have sustained, different degrees of injuries. And I'm like, he's not the only truck, the only businessman who has so much trucks that is probably like contracted. And most of the time it is said that those trucks are not even owned by Dangote. It's more or less like a franchise. They put the name of his name on their trucks, and therefore they become Dangote trucks. So VeryDarkMan returned back to his own estate, joined the youth, the young people who are protesting, because just about 2 or 3 days ago, you see, meanwhile, a day before that, like 4 days ago, there was a crash in Nauji, right? Where about 2 or 3 people are killed. Then a day after, there's another crash in front of the Omega ministry, which kind of like riled people up. And in that process, they started protesting. So VeryDarkMan joined them, and did he just join them? It seems like he was able to take charge of the entire protest, not like for himself, but like coordinated it in a way that, listen, if you want to protest, you don't have to like block the road for commuters. That may not be effective. He said he's met, which are kind of like I have some clip here, right? He said he met with some of the victims, especially the students who got crushed, the recent, right? So he met with some of the victims, and they haven't been visited by the supposed Dangote, company. And this time, people are like, no, they are going to hold him responsible. So to make it effective, that Dangote is their target. So they started, kind of like apprehending or stopping any truck with the name Dangote on it. And that has triggered different reactions, right? There are people who believe that, why is he doing that? Why is he targeting Dangote? It should be about the government, it should be about the truckers. Everybody is now dropping their own think pieces all over the place. Maybe you have a chance of dropping yours too. So I'm going to take you to Edo, Benin, Auchi, and everything that happened within the space. And the reactions as well that's been like following, including eyewitnesses' accounts, those who have survived it, and those who are still dealing with, the injuries of having an accident with Dangote. So, but before I even get to that, like I said, I did some research, and you realize that the incident of Dangote's trucks, crashing into a building, crashing into another car, another vehicle, like killing a lot of people, seems to be so rampant in the southern part of Nigeria, especially starting from Kogi, coming down to the south, right? But we'll get to that part in the longer run. So here was, I believe, when he arrived in Benin to meet with one of the victims or some of the victims. Let's start with this.
The patients of Dangote that have been here for 11 months. So she was going for a project, and around 4 a.m. Dangote truck just crushed her. Now she's paralyzed. This is where she breathes from. She's paralyzed. Her legs cannot move. She can see she cannot move any part. So, and she has been abandoned here with bills of over how much? Of bills of over 5 million, 4.something million, and then she's still not good. Okay, now. Hold on, madam. Hold on, madam. Madam, I don't even know what to ask you or what to say to you. But first of all, sorry for all of this. Nobody plans that things like this will happen. But to think that this thing has been happening repeatedly and nobody is doing anything about it. And this man, it's not as if it's one poor man somewhere. This is the richest man in Africa. And you wake up in the morning, your truck drivers will just, people that have dreams, you crush their dreams, and then you have them in hospitals, you not see anything, you not do anything. Not that the money is not there. But again, if we are even talking about money, no money won't repair these videos like this. So it's not even about money anymore. You are crushing dreams, and we say no. We, the people of Edo, will say no because it's occurring too much in Edo State. It's occurring too much. We're talking about the one on Tuesday. Yesterday. Three people died instantly. 3 later died again. And then what have we done? The government is not saying anything. Road safety is not saying anything. It's simple. Until they clear all these people here, it's simple. The only thing is this. Until they clear all the people that are in the hospital, the truck drivers will not pass again. We'll stay in those states. Until Dangote decides to clear all the bills, take care of all the people that is reckless, unlicensed truck drivers have killed and crushed their dreams, they will not pass through our roads again. It is as simple as ABCD. Anything the government wants to do, they want to arrest, they have to arrest the whole people now. But as of now, Dangote is not doing anything. then let the problem begin.
Look at my daughter. Look at my daughter.
No, don't worry.
I have a future.
So let's go. So, madam, we'll be back.
We'll be back, okay?
Don't worry. Just stay on my phone. Sorry, I don't. Other patients.
You get dreams shattered, hopes dashed, and many were left in vegetable state. And ordinarily, something like this, which, as you know, has been happening for a very long time. Now, in their own findings, when they started stopping some of these trucks and the drivers, they discovered that some of them didn't even have a driver's license. And for those who had, it's expired, which of course is not the what do you call it, the measure or the measurement of their skill, but some didn't have at all. And we all know, as it is in Nigeria, motor boy will later become driver, and most of the time driver license is like the least, as those who are the road safety officials who are supposed to actually check those things would rather stay on the road to collect bribe. So they discovered that these guys were driving, heavy duty trucks with possible of no proper skills, terrible roads, and no real certification. Well, they are just hustling. And they have killed a lot of people in the process. So why did that not become a national issue where the government would have actually put in place a special measure to, because it is Nigeria. Yeah? There's something called fire brigade approach. You get? Something, so Dangote trucks are killing people. Oh yeah, we have just enacted a law that says if Dangote or anyone's truck kills anybody in Nigeria, they will pay compensation of 5 million naira. That is it. You will need to take them to court. A lady this month, hang on, that's another one. There's a lady sometimes in 2012 that our medical bills and all of that at the time was over 4-5 million naira. And Dangote company, they offered her 500,000 naira. So she rejected it. They went to court. She got a court judgment that she must be paid 10 million naira. Guess what? Dangote, they appealed it. Yeah, they appealed the judgment. Like they can't pay 10 million naira. So why the life of Nigerians have become this so cheap in the hands of the rogues that will tell you with straight face that everything they are doing is because of the love they have for the country and their people. Because of my people, I'm doing this for my people. And some people, they hate me for it. They want to remove me in power. And I'm doing all this for you, but it's a death too many. Families destroyed as well. Because this is kind of the thing that happened to you that you would never recover from. But in Sena climbs, Dangote refinery, Dangote group of companies with all their affiliates, their subsidiaries, and their partners. By now, if Nigeria was a working country, Dangote would have paid out more than half of his fortune on compensating the people, the victims, and that would have forced their hands to put in place, although he just received 4,000 CNG trucks that is believed that, okay, this will be his zone. You get what I mean now? But they will still have their subsidiaries with these names, have you? But because it is Nigeria, so at the end of the day, I kind of like searched how much Dangote paid to the victims of, the crashes, the accident with its trucks. Do you know how much I found? In total, they said Dangote had paid out 12 million naira. You heard me right. In compensation. But they cited a few where they've cleared the hospital bill, 250,000, because people made noise. 150,000. It is that ridiculous. Do you know how much Dangote gave out in charity to political parties in Nigeria in the last 20 years? I can tell you, in Naira, if you put it together, maybe you should factor in the inflation as well. It's been over 4 trillion naira in the last 20 years that is donated to political parties alone. It's charity across maybe schools, so donating food and all of that. They estimated that to be in dollars now. In the last 20 years, he has donated over $4 billion worth of a charity to give people food, this and that. And he's only paid about 12 million naira in compensation because they have lawyers, they have everything to cut you off. You can make all the noise you like. They have lawyers. Go and get a lawyer, go and do this or that. So by the time you stretch it for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years, and you're still in court. Like, why? Because the people who have the power to actually regulate all of this, protect the people, the vulnerable, they are in bed, they are together. Nigeria. So now, what do you think will happen? Like other things. They couldn't provide you electricity. You provided electricity for yourself by investing in generator. They couldn't provide you drinkable water. You invested in that by providing your own, digging your own well or boreholes. They couldn't provide you proper education. You had to go and pay for that for your wards. They couldn't provide you good health care that is universal. You have to kind of figure that out and sort yourself on your own. They couldn't provide you security. The majority of you have built yourself houses with high fences, like you are in prisons. You have fences, they have fences, right? In their houses, they still have burglaries, very strong burglaries, like in prison. You are your own local government. So how long do you think it's going to take? Today, they couldn't provide your security. Vigilantes are now fighting terrorists. While the Nigerian military and the rest of them politicians have made them to play defense. Do you understand that? You are your own local government. Now, they couldn't fix road, regulate the road users, protect the citizens. So somebody else had to do it. That's okay, you know what, we're going to effect this. We are stopping all the trucks. Because they must take responsibility. Guess what? Everybody is feeling like, why is he doing that? Is that his job? Is that his job? Why can't he let the government do it? Forgetting the fact that if government had been doing it, you won't have this guy in these places. Honestly speaking, it doesn't matter how you feel. This is just to show to you that this Nigeria of APC, no matter how much you want to, live in denial, actions like this are just to remind you. A lot of you will be like, it never used to be like this. So, well, now it is. Now it is. So first, how it all started, including an eyewitness, right? Watch this.
On the issue of Dangote, I am talking as a driver that have witnessed Dangote drivers drive recklessly. And by the grace of God today, I am saying it. I was supposed to be a victim, but God saved my life. I was coming from Ekboma, between Irwepe and Eho was where it happened. When Dangote drivers almost ran me over, and it was raining. You know, so as it stands right now, Dangote drivers are licensed one